Alright, hi guys, it's me. I know I haven't done a video in a while, and I got quite a few different species and stuff since the White Plains Reptile Show and everything as well. So I'm going to do, this video is going to be rather long. I'm actually going to do a full update on every single buddy I got, spiders including other insects, and I also have a little snake as well I got from my daughter. So here we go. Pardon this guys, this video is going to be rather long. So first we'll start with my Smithy. Got a pretty large butt. This one has not eaten my care. I've had it for about 2 weeks now. A good friend of mine here in Connecticut let me buy a couple of his off of him, so. But there she is. She's in dire desperate of a molt. Well, I'm assuming she. I'm not 100% sure yet. Alright, there's her. And on to the next. Alright, here's my next. Of course, glare, not seen it. It's my Euathis species, red. And of course she always wants out, and she hasn't been eaten very well in my care. I've only had her since the 9th, and she's ate maybe, I guess not too bad or whatever, but her abdomen's smaller than I'd like. But she's ate a total of 2 mealworms. And there's a partial eaten one she just had in her mouth a couple hours ago. So she's not eating as much as I want, but at least she's taken a couple of food items for me. And you always want out. Always. But she is pretty, but her abdomen's so tiny, I don't like it. Yeah. Alright, well I'll get her back in and on to the next. Alright, and then, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to turn off the camera light because you cannot see at all. But this one is my A. Frankie. Oh my gosh, this stupid light. There you go. This guy's pretty cool. I got this one at the Reptile Expo as well. But this one is quite a feisty eater. And I love the webbing. I love the heavy web builders. They do a pretty good job. Of course, he's only been in here for about 2 weeks or so now, so can't see what else he does. And, yeah, his water dish, which is very shallow. Don't worry, there's not a lot in there. I have to buy some more rocks to put in all the water dishes. I ran out of rocks. But there he is. Very, very gorgeous. Alright, then on to the next one. Oh my gosh. Once again, I'm just going to tell them to you guys because you can't read it. This is Paraphosa parvula. This one's has not eaten my care yet, but it looks like in pre-molt the abdomen's pretty, well, it's getting kind of dark, but it's getting a good bald spot there. So we'll see. It's not overly skinny, but not too bad. And the reason why I put substrate moss in here, I will take that out after it molts because it was in very poor condition when I got it. Very dehydrated and everything, so the only reason I put the moss in here is to keep the humidity up because it wasn't doing very well. So after the molt, or here probably shortly before it molts, I don't really want to stress it out, so I'm just going to leave it in. But I'll change all this, all the moss will be gone and that will no longer be in there. So, and this one is a female, what I can tell from the ventral shot. It's got a pretty good speed bump, so I'm assuming it's a female, but not going to be 100% sure until it molts. But not too bad. Another very, very sweet species. It acts just like the Euathis species. Very, very cute. My daughter's held on to it and everything as well, so it's got my daughter's approval. So, All right, well, on to the next one. All right, these two are, they're both out of the same egg sac. These two are Brachypelma albiceps. This one is a molt behind the other one, and they so need a molt. This is the older one. This one molted a couple weeks ago. So this one's a molt ahead. But my husband actually named these. This one's Zeus. This one's Athena. So, not too bad. A lot of room. I like to give my teas a lot of room. It's probably completely unnecessary, but she'll be in this one for quite a while. But they're pretty active. So they go up and down. So, but they'll be in this one for quite a while. Alrighty, there's these two. Whoop. Don't like the light. Alright, sorry bud. Alright, we'll go on to the next. Alright, this one is my Avicularia diversipies. Tiny little thing. Yeah. See my closer, my camera will focus here. There you go, it's not too bad. But tiny, tiny little thing. Here's my thumb. About my thumbnail. Once again, sorry, I like bigger enclosures. This is a little overkill, but there he is. He was in a little vial like this, and I couldn't really get ventilation holes in there. I tried to take a drill and it didn't work because they're hard plastic, and I kept breaking the vials. So I said, screw it, and we'll put it in here. I did this along with my other one I'll show you next. So there's my little diversipies. Go. Alright, then we'll go on to the next. Okay, I'm going to butcher this name, but it's Iridopelma hirostosium. I don't know. It's a ribbed tree spider. It kind of looks like an avic. But there he is. He's the same size as my diversipies that I just showed you. But he's in the same type of container. A little overkill. Yeah, there's a name for you. And yeah, my daughter named her Zombie. Or him, her, don't know. But very feisty eater. This one takes it right out of my tongs. So. Alright, and then we'll go on to the next. Alright, and this one is my G. rosea, my red color form. I actually finally got a red color form. Wanted one of these for a while. There he is. Looks like in pre-molt. Pretty large butt. Getting pretty dark. So this one has yet to eat in my care as well, but I've only had it since the 9th, so it better molt here shortly. But pretty large duty. Sorry, booty. Wow, I cannot speak today. Sorry, guys. But yep, he's in the little cup. Alright, on to the next. Alright, this one is my C. marshalli, horned baboon. Tiny, tiny little butt. Of course, he doesn't like the light, so I'm not going to keep it on too long, just so you guys can see him. Yeah, he's pretty tiny. Alright, on to the next, so I don't piss him off too much. Alright, and then this one is my E. campistratus. Another one that needs to molt. I'm amazed at how good these guys eat. I fed them all yesterday. I didn't do a feeding video. I was in a little bit of a hurry, so sorry guys. But I gave this one a little mealworm and it flipped upside down. Did a little backflip for me. But his next molt, I'm going to up him because he's getting too big for this container. In my opinion, anyway. Yep. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, this one is by far my smallest one. This one is my Abe Runkle-Hursty. Oh my gosh, shiny. Here's my pinky. It's like half my pinky nail. Yep, this one is by far my smallest one I have. Can't see very well in the video, but you can kind of see a little bit of the stripes already on the legs. But next molt, here shortly hopefully, he'll have pretty good prominent stripes, I'm hoping. So, sorry, I can't see it too very well. Yeah. Alright guys, on to the next. Okay, this one is my Aphonopelma anax. Wants to come out. Oh, and gone. Scared it. I love the slings when they're pretty tiny and they start to get their urticating hairs, that little black spot. Oh, and gone. Alright, well on to the next one. Alright, here is my Aphonopelma hensai. You can see the butt, the little patch of urticating hairs. There we go. That's about all you're going to see of him, I think. But there he is, and on to the next. Okay, I got two of these. These are P. striata, Poecilotheria striata, the Mysore ornamental. And had to, I couldn't resist. Got Bonnie and Clyde. But I'm not going to take the lids off of these because they're kind of buried. They decided to be burrower species and not arboreal. So there's one. I'm not going to see him very well. Does not like the light. And then here's the second one. Wants to be burrowing. Tiny little things. This one's a molt ahead. So I'm assuming this one molted like 2 weeks ago, and these guys came out of the same egg sac. So I'm hoping this one's a female. So, but there they are, and I won't torture them too much with the light, so on to the next. Alright, here is my G. rosea, my normal color form. Tiny little sling. It's about, just shy of an inch. Tiny, tiny little thing. He's going to be in this probably for another molt or two, and then I'll move him. And sorry for the moss again. I have to get rid of it. But everything else is dry. I have to get rid of the moss because G. roseas do not need it. Alright, on to the next. Okay, we probably are not going to see this one. This is going to be my pet hole forever. This is a P. municus, king baboon. Which I don't know if we're ever going to see this. Yeah, no. Pet hole. He's somewhere in there. So, sorry guys. Oh, wait. We're making an appearance. There he is. Little tiny guy. And gone. This guy needs to mold as well. But named this one King Tut. Alright, on to the next. Alright, here's my little GBB. See the tushy there? Cute, cute little guy. Getting pretty good on the webbing. This guy's a pretty feisty eater as well. See the blue on the legs a little bit. Yep. Alright, on to the next. Okay, this one's another pet hole. This is a Chelobrachys species, it's a Cayenne kraken. Not sure the common name of this one, but it's another baboon species. But, oh, right there you can see the legs. Yeah, I think that's all you're going to see of him. But this thing is a little spaz. But eats really good, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, if anyone else has any, or has one of these, or can tell me what the common name of this one is. Chelobrachys species Cayenne kraken. But there he is. Alright, on to the next. Alright, here's my little tiny Euantha species yellow. Tiny little thing. Not quite getting the adult colors yet. But there's my thumb. Tiny little thing. Almost stick your butt up at me. There he is. Alright. On to the next. Alright, here's another pet hole. This is my Selenocosmia species Ebony. And pet hole. I have not seen it since the day I got it. No idea if it's molted or not or what. All I see is of it ever is his legs. Yeah, nope. Because when it comes out to grab a worm, that's the only time I see it. So, alright, on to the next. Alright, here's my Pete Cambridgei, which you'll not see. Maybe you can see the butt. There he is right there. It's right there. It's made quite a good little tunnel here in this plant. But right there, tiny. Yep, another overkill. But there you go, on to the next. Alright, and here's my P. Cancerides. Haitian brown bird eater, which is a freak when it comes to eating. But he's done pretty good with the burrowing. I didn't have any more shallow dishes, so I had to put them in this tall one. I got to put some more substrate in there for him so we can bury a little bit more. But there he is. He's not going to be in this one too much longer. One molt and I'll move him. So, alright, on to the next. Alright, here is one of my Chelobrachys, oh my goodness, Discolus. And there's his butt. That's all you're going to see. But I think we're in holy cow pre-molt. That butt is huge. Pretty good. Got everything blocked off. So, alright, on to the next one. I have two of these, so next one's up. Oh, and we have a molt. We molted. Yay! Holy cow, fresh. This is my other Chelobrachys Discolus. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But I have to see if I can't get that out without pissing him off. I don't want to hurt him, so I'm going to leave it in there for a little bit longer, let him harden up a little bit. So. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. On to the next. Alright, here's one of my smaller H. lividums. Tiny little thing. Does not like the light. He's got quite a burrow going up. Yep. Right there. Yep, I like how they make it in the corner so then you can kind of check up on them, see how they're doing. But he's got, his burrow goes clear back to this corner over here. Right there, you can see the other end. So, but there he is. He's about maybe an inch and a half. He's pretty tiny as well. Alright, on to the next. Here's my Lasiodora diffilis. Diffilis? Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Difficilis. There you go. As soon as I opened the top, he went scurrying and hiding. But this guy's about an inch and a half. Not too bad. And I work at a veterinary hospital. I'm a veterinary technician. And the little caps that our syringes come in, little caps, I save those and they make really good tiny water dishes for the little guys. Alright, on to the next. Here is my Aphonopelma eotis. She's about an inch and a half, a little more, almost 2 inches in leg span. But in need of a molt. Miss Fatty. Or her, him, her, I don't know. Alright, on to the next. This one's my Hapalopus species Columbia. This one's about an inch. This is the dwarf species, the smaller one, not the large, Columbian large. This one seems very leggy, so I'm assuming male. But I could be wrong, you never know. But this guy's about an inch. But he's a pretty good web builder too. See him very well. But there we go. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, here is my Paraphosa scrofa. This one's about an inch and a half. Not too big. But this is another dwarf species. Doesn't get very big. You're looking at maybe about 2-3 inches at the very most. I like the little mirror patch. And I made this way too wet for her. I just now noticed that. I'm going to have to redo her enclosure. I put way too much water in there. Alright. Well, on to the next. Alright. This one's blocked itself in its hide, so this one we're not going to see. So he might be molting or pre-molt or whatnot. But this one is my C. fasciatum. And yeah, he's... Oh, you can see some legs. Yeah, you can see some legs there. But that's all we're going to see of him. He's locked himself in away. So, alright. Well, on to the next. Alright, another one I'm not going to open because I don't want to ruin her web. This is my Aviculera aviculera. There she is, confirmed female. She's about 3 inches now, but she's webbed up quite a bit. So she's got a nice little hammock up here. But There she is. Oh, there you can see her little fur. Holy cow. Pretty prominent. But there you go. Alright, on to the next. Okay, here's my demon spawn. See if you guys can guess right away. Holy cow, Weber. This is my P. Marinus, my OBT, which she was well threat posturing at me and striking at me. She is not happy. Very pissed off little T. So we will leave her alone because she is rather grumpy. Alright, but God, I love their webs. Doing pretty darn good. Alright, on to the next. Okay, this one I'm not gonna do much with because she's never out anymore. My other pet hole. This is my larger female Halpopema lividum. But she's been blocked off for like a month now. Never see her. She's dug up a little bit here, but that's it. But she's way back there. Haven't seen her. She hasn't ate in a month. So I'm assuming she's going to be molting. But that's all you're going to see that one. So on to the next. Alright, here's my old man. G. Pultra. He hasn't eaten over a month. Hasn't made any webs, any sperm webs, nothing. I bred him with my female about like 2 months ago. And guess what she does a couple days ago? She molted out of it. So I do not have his legacy. But some good friends of mine, I think we have another male. So we'll try her again. But he hasn't ate or nothing. So he's going downhill. Poor old guy. But he's pretty good. Yeah, that's my female's web. I put that in there to maybe see if he would spin any sperm webs, having her web in there, but he's just burying it. He hasn't done anything, so he's probably a good 2 years, or well, probably not that quite that long, a year and a half or so old from his mature molt. So poor guy. Alright, on to the next. Alright, and here's Graham, the one I bred and decided to molt out of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there she is in her new skin. She is like, whoa, velvety black. She is absolutely gorgeous. She's still hardening up. She's still pretty soft yet. But she was rather pissed off when I took her web. Her web was right here that I took out to put with the male. But there she is, my favorite little girl, or one of them. I just love how velvety black they look, almost metallic-y. Alright, on to the next. Alright, here's my Brachypelma vagans, which needs to molt as well. But she's another one of my very heavy eaters, very aggressive eaters. She likes to play in her water. Alright, on to the next one. Alright. Here is my H. gigas, which I confirmed out to be a boy, and I already have a girlfriend for him, but he's not mature yet. But I need to move him up so I can give him a bigger water dish so he can go swimming. I need to set him up a pretty neat cage, enclosure. But man, is he pretty. Being shy, doesn't like the light. Alright. On to the next. Alright, here's my big boy, my Lacedoria Parahabana. This one I confirmed out as a male as well. But he's only about, 4 inches, so he still's got a ways to go. But he's a pretty good eater as well. But my daughter's held him as well. He's a pretty good boy. I need to move him up too. This is way too small for him. And he spilled his water. Thank you, dude. Alright, on to the next. Alright, here's my Nandu chromatus. My little girl. Very fat. And she either pooped or put her food bowls in her water. Now I gotta clean her water. That is gross. And she is pretty. She's gonna be in this one for a while. Maybe her next molt I'll up her. Pretty girl. Alright, on to the next. Alright, here's my smaller Lacedoria Parahabana. This is my smaller guy. About 2 inches. Not too bad. Keeps burying the height I gave her. So, she'll be in this one for quite a while. Alright, on to the next. Alright, this one's pretty webbed. She webbed everywhere. But this is my Chilobrachys guianensis. She's right there. Let's see if I can get you without ripping her. Oh, there she is. I'm ripping her webs. Sorry, sweetie. But there you go. I don't want to rip the rest of her web, so I'm not going to open it all the way. But she's a good girl. She's a pretty good eater as well. Alright, on to the next. Alright, here's one of my G. roseas. I have 3 up next. This one is Clue. She just molted the same day as my G. pulchra did. And she's fully matured. She's about 5 inches. So she's pretty in her new pajamas. Alright, on to the next. Here's my little bit smaller female G. rosea, Alex. She's about 3.5 inches or so, almost 4. Pretty good eater, surprisingly for a